Hey guys, welcome back to Jurassic Collectibles. So as you can see, I've drilled out the center portion of the board, and I just did that with a normal power drill. I didn't have a Dremel to hand, so I couldn't saw this area. So I'm left with this sort of bullet hole like hole going on in the center of the board. So what I'm actually going to do is sand this down a little bit, get rid of a lot of the splinters, and then I'm going to take some 2-part putty and just run it along the inside to get a neater finish around the edge. And then what I'm going to do is paint that area black so that it doesn't show through once this area is lit, and then I'm going to start working on the mechanism for the light that's going to be sat underneath. Okay, so the resin has hardened, and I've actually gone in and painted that lip area with some black acrylic paint. And you can see I've just put the resin ring, it's not glued down, I've just sat it there to give you an idea of what it's going to look like. And then the clear resin eye is going to sit on that little black lip, and hopefully with the diffuse tissue paper, which I bought today, on the top, just underneath this resin clear part, should diffuse the light to the edges as much as possible. I also plan to have a piece of acetate that sits underneath the eye that creates the silhouette of the Jumanji logo, so I'm quite excited to see how that turns out. I've also been working on the light for underneath, so this is just a piece of cardboard, but it's 2-ply cardboard, so I've cut out the top part here to stick in the reflective part, and then the electronics part fits snugly underneath in a smaller hole. And then I'm going to paint this black around here to make sure that no light picks up this sort of brown paper. It probably won't because it's shining this way, but you'll probably get some bounce back, so I just want to make sure none of this shows through. But with a diffuser on top, you're not even going to see it. So I'm just being extra careful. And then I had a good old think about the switch. Now, here's the switch. And I do actually have a rubber piece as well that sits on top. But my main dilemma with the switch was that I didn't want it to be visible anywhere. I didn't want it to take away from the fantastic look of an already brilliant replica. So I came up with an idea that actually I'm going to sit this switch underneath one of the corners of the board. So if you were to imagine this representing this piece of the board, the switch is going to sit under one corner here, and actually this is going to act as a hinge on this corner, and you'll press down on the corner of the board to activate the electronics. So that will actually activate the switch. I might even put a spring under the other side to sort of help that so that it feels more like a hinge and levers down. And I thought that's a nice simple way to activate the mechanism. You just simply press down on the board and it activates the center eye. So I'm quite excited to see how that turns out as well. Okay guys, as usual, rate, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.